Keep your eye on the prize. Yesterday, which was Motivational Monday, I wasn't originally intending to do this, but I'm going to spill Motivational Monday over into Tuesday. So a little more motivation for you today, hopefully. And it was all sparked by a comment that I read this morning on the YouTube channel. I'll talk about that in just a second. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Our numbers have been growing. And if you're newer and you're not really quite familiar with who I am, what I'm doing here, my name is Bill DeWeese. I am a professional voice actor, voice talent. I've been recording voiceovers for the past 18 years, over 10,000 paid projects, and I'm a voiceover coach and demo producer as well. I've written a couple of books. My latest one is called Get Paid Using Your Voice, Get Found, Get Heard, and Get Hired. And I wanted to mention, I don't think I've said this before in this forum, but I saved the last chapter of this book to be written by a friend of mine. He's not just a friend, but he's also a former college student. You may not be aware, I used to be a college professor for 14 years. I taught communications and business at a university. And one of my students has gone on to achieve great voiceover audiobook success. His name is Tom Parks. He makes $350,000 a year as an audiobook narrator, and he's taught a few classes for me as well. But I asked him to write the last chapter in this book because, as I've mentioned before, I believe as you can tell by Tom's career, audiobooks, that's a great end goal. You can make a very good living and really enjoy, expressing your creative self, doing nothing but recording audiobooks. And there are people who do that, including folks on the live stream here this morning. But it's also a great way to get into audiobooks. And one of the great things about audiobooks is that it's a big market. So whether it's entry level and you're newer, or whether you've done it for a long time, there and everything in between, it's all there. But for those of you who are looking to get started in voiceover or really trying to find your way, this last chapter in particular, I think you'll find very helpful. The digital version of this is less than $10. It's down below in the description. So if that's of interest to you, you can check it out there. So this morning I came down to my studio, as I often do. You may be under the impression that I come up with these topics weeks, months in advance, and I really don't. I usually don't even know what I'm going to talk about until I get into the studio in the morning. And oftentimes I just talk about something that's kind of going on with me at that time while it's kind of fresh in my mind. And I went and read, was looking at some comments on my YouTube channel, and I wanted to share this one with you. And I think you'll find this to be hopefully you'll find it's relevant, and hopefully you'll find it to be helpful. Sandra Weisner left this comment, and Sandra said, I happened to mention your name on a voiceover Facebook group. I was commenting that I hadn't gotten anything from ACX. First of all, she says he, and I assume when she refers to he, I assume she means the person who heads up that particular group. First of all, he called you a, quote, hack, and that I must not be any good. Wow. I laughed when he called you a hack, and since that time, I've recorded 5 books. So, Sandra, first of all, good for you. Way to go. And that's why I always say, be really careful about these groups and what you hear out there, because believe it or not, there are quite a few people who really do not want you to succeed in voiceover. And the reason they don't want you to succeed is not personal. They may not even know you. It's because they view anybody new, they're very territorial, and they view you as a threat. So in other words, they see this as a zero-sum game. So if you get something, that means that's something that they can't get, as if there's not enough for everybody to go around. And I think those of us who've been around for any length of time, we know that there's plenty to go around. And the reference, in terms of calling me a hack, that's, I've been getting that for a long time now. There are some people out there who really despise me in the voiceover world. And it's simply because of this. And I say this because I want you to understand the landscape. Because ultimately, this is not about me. It's about your success. But the reason that people, those who've been in the industry for a while, sometimes will, whether it's telling Sandra that she must not be any good or saying that I'm a hack for doing what I'm doing, it's because my mission is to make voiceover accessible to everyone, which means that for those who really see this as a zero-sum game, meaning that for them to win, you have to lose, that makes me a threat. It makes you a threat. So that doesn't mean that everybody out there is bad. It doesn't mean that everybody out there doesn't want you to succeed. It just means you got to keep your eyes open and you have to be aware of that. But I wanted to commend Sandra and use her as an example. That's the way you keep your eye on the prize, because there will always be distractions. Sometimes it's not even people. Sometimes it's circumstances, things that can be helped, and it may slow you down or it may reroute you for a while. But I just want to encourage you this morning that there is voiceover success out there for you, as I talked about yesterday. But it's just about, for those of you who are brand new to this, it's about hanging in to get that first job, because that makes all the difference in the world. And for those of you who are already starting to book work, it means just keeping your gaze set straight ahead. And even though, people say stuff, things happen, you get discouraged, you just keep moving forward. And when you do that, it's amazing, absolutely amazing, the things that can happen for you. That's what I want for you in voiceover. That's why we do this every morning. It's just to remind you that voiceover success, it's out there. Many of you are experiencing it at different levels. Many of you are growing in this. Some of you are just getting started. Some of you are just investigating, saying, what's this all about? I really don't, it sounds interesting. I might be interested. And I want you to have a lay of the land and to understand what's going on. But again, and this is a safe space for everybody in voiceover, because I do believe that anybody who wants to be successful in voiceover can be successful in voiceover. But it's not that friendly every place else. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and just kind of put it through that filter and understand that there are many people out there who don't believe that everybody can be successful in voiceover. And meaning that if you do something good, it means it keeps them from being able to achieve success, which is very small-minded. It's not only is it a negative worldview, it's just a false worldview, specifically as it pertains to voiceover. So just be aware of that. I want to make sure I get through this live chat here and see who's on. And you guys know the tradition is I'd like to give everybody a little shout out, just my way of saying thank you for being here. Before I do that, just a quick reminder with Black Friday coming up. Black Friday, for those of you maybe who don't live in the U.S., aren't familiar with the concept, it's the day after our American Thanksgiving, where everything goes on sale. Why they call it Black Friday, I have no idea. It sounds kind of ominous and foreboding and negative, but it's a big deal. Everybody gets all hyped up and excited because everything in America is on sale basically Friday through Monday. It was such a big thing, they extended it through Monday, and they call Monday Cyber Monday, meaning things that are more electronic in nature and technology related. But it's just become a big, basically 4-day sale weekend. And so to make sure that, we in voiceover get to experience the thrill of that, I do an annual Black Friday sale. So that will be happening beginning a week from Friday. But up until that time, meaning right now, you can become an early bird. You can become an early bird registrant for my Black Friday sale. So you think, well, what's the big deal about that? Why should I be an early bird? Why should I be an early bird in registering? Well, it's because the first 300 people who buy my Black Friday sale will get what we're calling the contents of a mystery voiceover training box. It's valued over $200, but the first 300 people will get access to that. And by being an early bird, what we're going to do is we're going to open the gates for you. We're going to give you 1 hour early entrance before the general public, so that you have a better chance of picking up on that. And also, when you do that, I'm going to tell you this as well. I didn't mention this yesterday, but I'm going to mention it today. We're going to give you a 35% off coupon, good for everything in my voiceover training store. Now, this is not for the Black Friday. The Black Friday sale is not online. This is a special sale. The stuff is not, it's a thing we put together. It's not online. What you're going to see in my store is like a dozen or so programs covering all kinds of stuff, whether it's TV affiliate promo work, Dave Fenoy's character workshop, whether it's my marketing, performance classes, all kinds of stuff on there. But we're going to give you that coupon so that you can use up through Thanksgiving, but up until Black Friday. So if there's some pre-shopping you want to do, and get a big discount, that's for you as well. So the link to become an early bird is below in the description, so you can check that out. Kathleen, what's going on? Kathleen was first today. Kathleen, I think, was this your first time being first? I think maybe it was. Regardless, glad you're here. From Evanston, Wyoming. John, hello to you in Denver. Rusty in the UP of Michigan. Jason in Kearney, Nebraska. Another great day for voiceover. Jason, yes, it is. Cheers. Jim says, good morning from Grayville, Indiana. Johnny, It's a cold and wet afternoon in Cambridge, UK. Well, Johnny, I feel your pain because it is a cold, rainy morning here in the Chicago area. So stay warm. Greetings from New York City from Dave. Hey, Dave. Let's see here. Terry in Falston, Maryland. Mark in Montreal. Rob checking in Loveland. They're in the Cincinnati area. John in Rhinebeck, New York. It's Nancy in South Dakota. David in Gardner, Kansas. Hey, Joe, what's going on? Happy Tuesday to Bill and all from Joe in the UK. Joe, always good to see that big thumbs up from you. Nephi in Knoxville. GS in Longview. Let me back it up here just a little bit. Lost my place. YouTube's always trying to get me to go. It's scrolling me forward. I got to back up here because I've missed a whole lot of folks. Here we go. Aaron in Columbia, Missouri. Jim in Memphis. Gail in Carrboro, North Carolina. Spencer in Houston. Jim, finally got my gigs up on Fiverr. Jim, way to go. David in Hamilton, Ontario. Marla in Texas, who says, buy that book. Great VO reference and so encouraging. Thanks, Marla. Hey, John in Vestal, New York. Mary, hello to you in New Jersey. Kirk, what's going on in Greenville, South Carolina? Jerry with a big howdy from Texas. 2 days in a row. Woohoo. All right, Jerry, you're on a roll. Andrew in Latvia. Tanya in South Philadelphia. Sirius in Charlotte. Jay King and happy Tuesday to you as well. Vince in Palm Bay, Florida. Hey, Becky, keeping busy working the VO plan here in Michigan. Joyce says, hello, everyone from rainy Southfield, Michigan. Sandra in Worthington, Ohio, going to renew my Fiverr gig starting today. All right, Sandra. It's a cloudy day in Detroit. Tim says, good morning from Altoona. Christopher in Houston. Chris says, I got my first VO job. Oh, let me grab the VO bell of success. The sweet sound of voiceover success right there. Chris says, I started VO a year ago. This week, came to the VO Summit and did the performance class with you in your studio. Excited for the VO things to come. Chris, fantastic. So excited for you. Way to go. Way to go. Man, that made my day. Eddie in San Antonio. Jason says, awesome. Just got done rewatching Tom's audiobook essentials class. Fantastic, Jason. What a great class that was. Theo says, happy Taco Tuesday to those that take time to, dang, ran out of words starting with T. A little alliteration there from our friend Theo from downtown Chicago. That's good. Let's see. Bill, did you hear Aaron Judge is working the New York City New Year's Eve? He's going to drop the ball. Dave, I did not hear that, but I mean, I'm sure that would, that sounds like a good choice to me. Everybody in New York loves Aaron Judge, right? Theo says, tap that thumbs up today. Thank you for the likes. We've got 66 on right now, 42 likes. Brian says, good morning from San Antonio. And Atlanta checking in where it's nice and cloudy this morning. Dave says, what I learned from my hack is paying for my house. Oh, David's so glad to hear that. Yeah, maybe I should rename this this channel The Voiceover Hack. That would be oh yeah, we'll see. Mary says your genuine love to help others in this work is what drew me to you and made me stick. First of all, I thought you said made me sick. I got it. I know I got to adjust my contacts and made me stick. Mary, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. Hey, Sandra, hello to you in Dallas, Fort Worth. PSV says, howdy, howdy, howdy. It's Paul in Arkansas, Port Orchard, Washington, where Wayne's checking in today. Jerry says, I keep coming back because you share tips on the business side of a voiceover business. And while others play gatekeeper, you've shared with us where all the doors are. Thanks. Well, thank you, Jerry. Megan, good morning to you in Manitoba. Scotty says, hello from Brookings, South Dakota. VO is buying groceries here, and that's saying something. I tell you, if it just bought out lunch at McDonald's, it'd be saying something. Food is so unbelievably expensive. Bob says, good morning from Wadsworth, Ohio. Best of luck to all of you. Nice, Bob. Andrew, what's going on? Thank you, Andrew. Hey, Robert, good morning to you in Indianapolis. Marlene, Theo says, time to taste the triumph. Time to taste the triumph. Good morning from California. Nice. Wally, staying plugged in on the road for the next month. Thank you. Thank you, Wally. Andrew says, why do they say Cyber Monday? They say Cyber Monday, I think, because earlier on it was meant to be like electronics. So I think cyber was the word, was kind of the hip, cool word at that time, relating to course, cyber really means more online, but it became basically anything electronic related. So, and it just stuck, I guess. That's, I could be totally wrong on that. You might want to research that. After all, I am just a hack. Wayne says Black Friday is when the book keeping okay goes from red to black, indicating profit for the year. That's what I like to see. Theo says Black Friday refers to the retailers making tons of money, putting their books in the black. Okay, guys, now I get it. Thanks. See, it took all these years. Thanks, guys, for setting me straight on that. And I'm sure it does exactly that. To me, it just sounded foreboding. Black Friday. Good morning to Keith in Renton, Washington. Andrew, I registered yesterday. Andrew, thank you for registering for the Black Friday sale. You're an early bird. Jim, yep, another reaffirming what everybody's saying. It's putting retailers in the black. How did I miss that? Why do you guys all know that? And I had no clue. I don't know. Okay. Oh, the Cyber Monday thing is for people shopping online. That's what it is. It's not stuff that's technology related. It's for people to shop online, of course. Yeah, that does ring a bell. Wow. Thanks for setting me straight on that. Yikes, guys. I'm so sorry. Melissa in San Diego. Hello. Sarah in Wisconsin. Sandra says, when I feel like giving up, I mark it instead. That's the way to do it. Andrew, got to get back to work. Fantastic, Andrew. You have a good day. Suzette, good morning to you in snowy Calgary. Osaka checking in. Good to see you this morning, Rose. Hey, Bill, hope all is well. 2025 is going to be the year I jump into VO. Looking forward to it. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to that for you as well. Kristen finally got rain in Georgia. Gabriella, hello. I love your videos. Thank you for sharing your knowledge from Chile. Thank you, Gabriella. Hi, kindly. Check your mic. Your voice is a bit slower than in the beginning. Maybe it's the caffeine just wearing off. Maybe I'm just kind of winding down here. I don't know. It's Michael Ray. How are you doing, Michael? Thank you for the work on my affiliate demo. I love it. Oh, hey, my pleasure. And way to go. Good work. Wade says, good morning from Philadelphia. Marcella, Cyber Monday means deep sales on the internet websites. I'm so glad we got that straightened out. Because I obviously was totally messed up on both for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which just goes to show you that I am a hack in some areas. But hopefully not in voiceover. Guys, thanks for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure you get pre-registered. Get the early bird registration for Black Friday. Take advantage of what's offered there. And the link is below in the description, by the way. All that stuff is below in the description. Have a wonderful day, and we'll check you out tomorrow.